Welcome to Untold Tales and Hidden Facts, where forgotten legends, hidden truths, and mysterious tales come to life. Subscribe now and let's uncover the secrets of the world, one story at a time.
Behind the great waves that never subside, behind the white mist that closes the eyes, there is a figure of a ruler who is both feared and adored. He is not a man, nor a god. Except for a queen, the wasted daughter who rises from suffering and now resides eternally in the Southern Ocean. This is the legend of the Queen of the South Seas. During the heyday of the kingdom of Pajajaran, King Siliwangi had a daughter of incomparable beauty, Devi Kandita. His skin was like marble, his smile like moonlight. It is not just beautiful, but gentle-hearted, loving to the masses. However, it was precisely because of her beauty that disaster then came. The Empress and her half-sister were haunted by envy and evil. They were afraid that one day the goddess Kandita would replace her father as queen.
Kita harus cari cara untuk menyingkirkan Putri Kandita dari istana. Sebab kalau tidak, maka sangat berbahaya buat kita jika nanti dia menggantikan sang Prabu. Saya ada ide bagus.
The spiteful whisper turned into a cruel curse. Until one quiet night, Dewi Kandita's stepmother went out of the palace by riding a horse carriage to meet an evil witch who was very famous for her magic in the land of Pajajaran. Accompanied by incense smoke and the dark spell of the witch, finally Dewi Kandita was cursed. Her beautiful body and beauty were instantly full of wounds, disgusting ulcers crawling on her skin. His swing was broken, turned horrendous. The next day, the whole palace was in uproar. "This is a disgrace to the kingdom," exclaimed the advisor. Dewi Kandita was so sad and bitter when she heard the insistence of the royal advisors to her father. King Siliwangi had to make a bitter decision. With a broken heart, he was forced to expel his beloved daughter. Dewi Kandita Pun's tears broke, but she did not resist. Unbeknownst to them, he was finally gone. He walked alone, leaving the palace, leaving his father who still loved him. Day after day, week after week, Goddess Kandita walked, trying to avoid people and cover his face full of wounds with a piece of teak leaves. Trekking through wilderness, mountains, and rivers, his body was weak, but his spirit lived on. One day, his footsteps stopped. Before him stretches a vast ocean, the Southern Ocean, with giant waves hitting the reef on the shore. The wind howled as if about to swallow it. From the top of the cliff, Dewi Kandita looked at the ocean in front of her. With the rest of the energy possessed, Dewi Kandita came down from the cliff and prostrated on the beach, facing the south coast sea with waves so violent and stormy wind hissing, as if to know the suffering experienced by the king's daughter Pajajaran. Dewi Kandita's tears fell into the sand until they were wet. With a restrained voice, Dewi Kandita begged,
"Ya Gusti Kang Maha Kuasa, jika memang aku terlahir untuk menderita, biarlah laut. Tapi jangan biarkan aku mati
answered. A giant wave suddenly came crashing down, enveloping the body of Goddess Candida, until it sinks and sinks into the ocean. But what happened? It was not death that he found, rather a miracle.
The ocean water actually cleaned all the wounds on his face and ulcers from his body. The skin again becomes smooth. The face becomes more radiant. She then rose from the waves, no longer as an outcast, humiliated princess, rather as the new ruler of the South Sea. Because of the supernatural powers possessed by Goddess Candida, so that all monsters inhabiting the ocean floor, magical creatures of the sea, the jinn, and kneel down to worship him. Devi Candida was appointed Nyi Roro Kidul, the queen of the South Seas, the incomparable ruler of the ocean. Because of the supernatural powers possessed by Goddess Candida, so that all monsters inhabiting the ocean floor, magical creatures of the sea, the jinn, and kneel down to worship him. Devi Candida was appointed Nyi Roro Kidul, the queen of the South Seas, the incomparable ruler of the ocean.
To this day, the big waves on the south coast are his breath. The white mist that closed the fishermen's eyes was a sign of his presence. And anyone who dares to be presumptuous can be swallowed by the South Sea, become part of his invisible kingdom. That's the story of the Queen of the South Seas, a legend born of suffering, transformed into majesty, and eternal with the roar of the waves that never stop.
Seekers, the shadows have spoken, but countless mysteries remain untold. If you dare to journey deeper into the unknown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Untold Tales and Hidden Facts, where the darkness whispers, and the truth waits to be found.